What's up guys, my name is Vin. I'm a physiotherapist based in Switzerland and I also shoot videos on the side. And in today's video I would like to show you guys my complete camera rig build on the Blackmagic Cinema 6K full frame. I've been using this camera for about 2 years now, since Blackmagic had this huge discount of 40%. So back before that I was using the Lumix S5 and I gave it away to my brother, and I still wanted to stay in the L-mount alliance. So yeah, basically that's the reason why I got the Blackmagic Cinema 6K full frame. So let's start with the Tilta cage. This one you could actually also use as a half cage, but I kept this thing all together. The cable management, and this is a connector micro HDMI to full HDMI. So that's very convenient. It just lives on this cage basically forever. I'm not taking it off. And also we have the Samsung T5 SSD holder that goes on top of here. So let's talk about this base plate. It consists of the small rig quick release plate, 3 different parts. So we have the 50mm rod that goes into the rod holder right here. It's just one piece. I will, blend it in right there. And we have the small rig quick release plate. In the back we also have a tilt small rig accessory where you can actually put a small cheese plate onto that. And then on that cheese plate I have the NiSi V-mount holder. This one allows me to have more, powering options. I have 2 deep D-taps on the side and also 2 14.8 volts where I can also plug in, my monitor or the camera. Camera usually goes in first. Small rig quick release plate allows me to easily take it on and off. What I usually do is I keep my rig on this tripod right here, which I'm gonna do right now. It's a tripod that I like to use for, client interviews when I'm on a table and I don't want to bring an extra tripod. This is a really convenient, reliable and strong or sturdy tripod. So the camera is on the tripod. Next thing is we're gonna take the battery. Okay, battery's on. Yeah, one advantage or disadvantage about the Blackmagic is the battery solution. It's quite weak. So I think one little battery lasts about 45 minutes for me, at least, shooting in the highest quality. I have 3 of these, but usually it's not enough. Maybe for quick B-roll shots it's fine, but if I do bigger projects I like to keep the V-mount battery on it. This V-mount is by Moman. It's a 99 watts battery. I have 2 of these top handles right here. They have a really important purpose. Let's start off with this is, by the way, also a Tilta top handle that came with the Tilta cage. It was a kit, like I said, but I'm not using it as a top handle, but I will show you guys in a bit. We got the Viltrox DC 550 Pro. Usually just goes in here on the side of my small rig 15mm rod. And then for audio I'm using the Sennheiser MKE 600. It's actually also staying on the rig most of the time, but I have two audio options, depends on what I'm doing. If I shoot, for example, interviews, Comica Boom XD Pro. There's probably better options on the market, but these are the first wireless mic. Did pretty good the last couple of years. It comes with 2 transmitters, and you can also record. There's a rec button in orange right here. When you hold it, you can record internally for, I think it has 32 gigabytes. And then we have the receiver. Receiver goes on top of the top handle. There's another cold shoe where I can just easily slide it in like this and monitor the audio. Forgot to take it off before, but I also have headphones, which I just leave it like this, and if I need it I can just plug it in and listen to, to monitor the audio. We have the Samsung T5 SSD that is going on the top here. Also a Tilta USB-C to USB-C cable, and it has these screws right here that also, just like the HDMI, lock right into the camera cage. Here we go. I also have the Angelbird CF Express Type B, 512 gigabytes, but this is super expensive. Keep this one into the camera as backup, but mainly, you know, filming on the 1 terabyte Samsung T5 SSD. And now, last but not least, recently I got this Lumix 24-60 f2.8. On that zoom lens I have the NiSi 125 True Color VND. It's 82 millimeters. I have a step-up ring 77 millimeter to 82. Yeah, the Lumix 24-60 f2.8. This lens is basically living on this camera most of the time. Okay. Before that I was using 3 vintage primes, a Comica Hexanon. I had the 85, 24 and also the 50 millimeters paired with a Earth AR to L mount adapter. So this top handle right here that I actually use as a side handle is really convenient. It gives me another gripping point, which helps a lot with handheld stable shots, especially when I'm filming in run and gun situations. Another thing I really like about this setup is how quickly I can remove the camera from the base plate. What's really convenient is this tilt the V-mount battery backwards so I can have access to the camera screen. For patient testimonials, interviews or creative projects, I think this setup is working really well. The best thing about this camera is actually how affordable it is, and the raw capabilities or the image that comes out of this camera just looks very filmic to me. So overall, the setup is built around practical tools that just get the job done. I also found a backpack that fits this entire setup into one bag, which I actually use to bring it to my client shoots, but I keep that for another video. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and I wish you peace and love.